this is Jason's Apoptosis, and Apoptosis means the death of a cancer cell. And that's what my life's all about. For over 5 years, I've been kicking the crap out of metastatic melanoma. I've done 21 months of immunologicals over the last 5 years, and I can't say that they don't help and haven't helped, haven't given me life, but they've also taken a lot. And what I can say about these natural things I do that I'm really wanting to share about, they give you a way forward that doesn't take away from you. And it's kind of amazing. So I'm doing this thing because there's somebody like me right now waking up going, wow, I've got this crazy stage 4 terminal diagnosis, terrible chronic health issue, whatever. I just want to, I don't know, provide a fast forward button to help you steal from the internet and others the way I have, so that you can beat the statistics and stick around. Back in Mesa, we're at Dr. Bonnie's clinic, and I'm getting these awesome good drips every day, and I'm doing this guy every day. This is a PEMF machine, and they are my dailies. As you turn it up, and these notches go to 11, the pulses get bigger, more spread out, and then kind of like a TINS unit, your muscles start to react to it.
Here's what researchers say magnetic fields are doing inside the body. Inside this mat, there are electrical coils. And when electricity passes through there, it creates a magnetic field that moves through the body. And it whispers. There's 75 trillion cells in your body. And it goes deep into your body, places where sports screens and heating pads could never reach. For example, down around the spine, where that red, angry area is. Now, the magnetic field turns on, and when it does it activates these ions, these charged particles. And there are proteins in there, and there's signals in there, stirs these things up. And these charged particles bring in nutrients, but they also begin to influence things like blood supply. Now, when the blood vessels are going in here, the red blood cells are actually stacked. See, they're stacked like that? They're not supposed to be stacked. When they're irritated, that happens. So when you pass magnetic fields through there, that yellow line, it opens up the blood vessel. It breaks apart these red cells. They're not stacked like coins. So you can get deep healing, better oxygen supply, so the healing process takes place. You don't just feel better, you are better.
I do throughout my time here at Dr. Bonnie's is a chelation drip, and right now Dr. Bonnie's getting out the PEMF machine for me so I can enjoy that while I'm getting this chelation treatment. But I wanted to ask her if she'd share with me today a bit about chelation and why she uses that in her practice. So
chelation does not cure anything. It helps your body to do what it should do, and it helps your body pull things out. It helps support healing. So that's one of the huge things that I love about it. For almost any treatment, you know, I'm not doing it to cure anything. I'm doing it to support Jason's whole picture. And the other things we do, and it just supports that all. So yeah, I have many stories like that of increasing circulation in diabetics, helping people not to have amputations of their extremities because they've got blood flow now. People start feeling like they can think better.
And this is for chelation today?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a cancer cell as a balloon. As the balloon takes in vitamin C, it produces a gas. As more vitamin C is taken in, more gas is created until it eventually destroys the cancer cell from the inside out. This effectively makes high-dose IVC a non-toxic chemotherapeutic agent that can be given in conjunction with conventional cancer treatments. Based on the work of several vitamin C pioneers before him, Dr. Reardon was able to prove that vitamin C was selectively toxic to cancer cells if given intravenously. This research was recently reproduced and published by Dr. Mark Levine at the National Institutes of Health.
I ended up floating in a sensory deprivation tank.
Floating. I saw your tweet.
This is a sensory deprivation tank. It blocks out all the external distractions that bombard our soul.
I started with Dr. Howcom over at the office on Greenfield. That man, I was a nurse and a psychiatric nurse, but that man was the only doctor I ever met that was so intelligent. Any question that was asked of him, he could tell that right off the top of his head. He didn't have to say, I'll go look it up and get back with you. And now Dr. Bonnie Wick, his daughter, she's absorbed so much of his intelligence from growing up and living with him, and now she's very intelligent in her own right. And it's a treat to still be able to come and know that it's helping me live longer and better.
And what are the things that you do when you do come here? The chelation you like?
I come for chelation, yes. And there have been a couple of times I've had clotting in my carotids or my legs, and Dr. Wick has done a Doppler to monitor that and to advise me accordingly. And that's the main reason I'm living as well as I am and as healthy.
And what's your advice on life? You and I, we were talking about other things earlier and this and that, but just what's your 2 cents to toss at me for life?
Well,
and because you're a good 79 years old, you look healthy for 79.
Well, thank you. How about trying 91?
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. So maybe your advice is worth a nickel. So what's your 5 cents then?
Well, my advice is to stay away from negative people and think positive and lighten up. There's too much stress in this day and age.
Wow.
I
think you just put $1 million in my soul, Lois. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I just compact it, you know. There's no point in talking on and saying the same thing when you just get to the point.
Hi.
I got you.
It's that easy. So, one of the things I love about Dr. Bonnie's clinic is you don't just show up and things are just done to you. You, in very, very simple ways, they make you a part of your protocol. And simple things like, doing my own vitamin push. These are things that they do out of necessity because they're busy rocking along helping everybody else. But getting into that flow and doing this for years now of being such an active participant of my healthcare versus just showing up at the doctor and being told what to do and what building to go into next. that's so passive. It was just always happening to me. But, you know, coming here and doing these kinds of things, now I always feel like I'm happening to it. And it's a major mental flip difference.
Let me borrow it.
Yes, ma'am. That's pretty good, don't you think, Lois?
Outstanding.
All right. Cut. Just hit that. Here we go. This morning it is bone broth and Arizona traffic. And I know we're going to get into some sauna, infrared, mixed spectrum. What else? Chelation. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to do EWAT today. So, doing something.
The other effect is that cancer cells, they don't increase, cancer tissue does not increase the circulation under heat, as I explained before. So cancer is not in fluid. Perhaps it's even apoptotic. They fall apart because they don't stand this high temperature. So for example, lymphoma, they are very sensitive. The only counterindication is acute leukemia or, well, myeloid leukemia. That's the contraindication. But more or less all the other cancers we can treat with the whole body hypothermia. Interesting is that the patients, they feel the difference. Even though it seems very hard, 3 hours, 104 Fahrenheit, well, such a high fever. But they feel so much stronger. And they say 2, 3, 4 days after, they feel energized extremely.
And there is also a lot of detoxification.
Super, yes. Yes. The patients, they sweat very much. They get fluid so that they can sweat. They don't get exotic. They don't dry out. So they sweat a lot. And this sweating is like in infrared sauna also. When we measure the sweat for toxic things, they make a secretion of lipophilic toxins, spray toxins, xenohormones, and so on.
I'm in the sauna, 130 degrees. I was about to jump out and go do my shower thing, okay? And then do the EWAT, but this is why you work with a doctor, okay? Dr. Bonnie, say hello and tell me how I was about to goof up and what happened, and why you're making my day better.
Well, you were going to go normalize your body temperature. What we want to do is enhance the immune system, so you'll go from there to the exercise with oxygen. So that's the immune enhancement protocol, and it combines the two, the sauna with the oxygen therapy and exercise, and it will increase your white count by about 10 to 20%.
So if you're a cancer patient like me and you're about to miss an opportunity to increase that white cell count, don't miss it. So that's it. Work with a doctor, work with other people.
That's the good white cell, the good fighter cell, the killer cell. So that's one of the protocols that we have here.